Hung around with Richard. Do you know where she lived?
A girl? What?
Come on.
Our story opens with a view of Las Vegas before us, and we watch a man sprinting down the local streets, with Carter running closely in pursuit of him. After a short time, Carter finally catches him and begins to beat him quite badly. He collects money from this individual because this man borrowed cash from Carter's boss, a man named Fletcher. Fletcher lends money to everyone, and for those who fail to repay their debts on schedule, he dispatches Carter. Carter then thrashes them until they finally return Fletcher's cash. But Carter informs his associate at this point that he plans on leaving town for the next several days. The reason is that his brother has passed away. Carter's partner is named McCarthy, but the moment McCarthy hears this news, he says Fletcher will absolutely not permit it. This is why you must not go. And for the last several years, you haven't even seen your own brother's face. And today, when he finally died, you suddenly developed a concern for him? Carter then replies that he must go regardless. My brother left behind a wife and he also has a daughter, and I need to go and see them. I have to go to check if she is doing okay or not. But McCarthy tries to reason with him. Then Carter insists that he will have to handle this matter, and Fletcher must not discover that he has gone away from here. After saying this much, Carter departs from here, heading for Seattle. And as soon as he gets there, he goes directly to his brother's funeral. While here, he meets his brother's wife, whose name is Gloria. He then offers his assurances to Gloria and asks about the whereabouts of his daughter. Gloria's daughter is named Dory. Gloria then says that she is not nearby and is extremely upset by her father's passing. Then Carter is introduced to a boy named Eddie. Eddie happened to work alongside his brother. Carter's brother's name was Richie. Carter then asks Eddie here, was my brother involved in any illegal work? Eddie then says no. He was a completely decent man, and he didn't even consume alcohol. He was not associated with anyone in any kind of shady business. And now Carter starts to feel suspicious, because his brother died in a car accident. The post-mortem examination includes a report stating that his brother had been drinking and driving. But Eddie just stated here that his brother never drank alcohol whatsoever. For this reason, Carter approaches his daughter, who is Dory, and begins to have a conversation with her. Dory then shares a great deal about her father. And when Carter questions if he ever drank alcohol, Dory says no, he never touched alcohol. That's why I cannot believe a single person, because they are all claiming that he was driving while drunk, and that's why he died. This is why I feel something is very wrong here. And Carter believes this as well. He meets a woman named Geraldo, and Carter begins speaking with her. He asks, "Did you happen to know Richie?" And she replies yes. Then he asks, "What exactly was your relationship with him?" Geraldo then becomes somewhat flustered, and she is unable to answer this particular question. This causes Carter to become suspicious of this girl, thinking that she certainly knows something important about Richie. And now they all proceed to Richie's house. Carter then speaks with Dory once more, and he starts asking about Richie. He asks, "Did you truly know your father well enough to be sure that he doesn't drink alcohol?" And Dory says yes. "I have absolute faith, because if he did drink alcohol, then I would certainly be aware of it." This makes Carter start to trust her. Just then, Carter receives a call from Fletcher, and he tells him, "Return as soon as you possibly can, because I really need you here. I have also found out that you have gone back to your home city." And here we are shown a girl named Audrey, who is currently Fletcher's girlfriend. Carter and Audrey have been having an illicit affair. This is why Fletcher is even more furious with Carter. After hearing this, Carter phones McCarthy and says, "Why on earth did you tell your boss this?" McCarthy then replies, "I didn't tell him anything." Then Carter says, "Don't try to fool me. I know everything." And now Carter discovers that his brother always used to frequent a certain restaurant, and he would work there. And Cliff also provides money on loan. That's why Carter goes to see Cliff and starts a conversation with him. He tells Cliff that he is Richie's brother. Cliff then says, "I felt terrible after hearing about your brother." But now, from Carter's words, Cliff suspects that he is being suspected, that he has murdered his brother. This makes Cliff become angry. He says, "If anyone is listening to you, then I'll tell you beforehand that I had no hand in this." Then Carter says, "The night my brother died, he came to your bar for the last time. So, have you seen the CCTV from here?" And Cliff says, "Yes." Then Carter says, "I also want to see it." And now Cliff gives the recording to him. Then Carter says, "If you want to say something, then say it right now. Because if I happen to learn about it from someone else, then it will be very bad for you." Then Cliff says, "I have no part in this. And if your brother has been murdered, then only one individual could have a hand in it, and that is Cyrus. That's why Carter goes to find Cyrus, and he also spots Geraldine near Cyrus. This is why he begins to talk to Cyrus, but Cyrus starts making threats to him and says, "I have nothing to do with your brother. But if you continue following me, then it will turn out very bad for you." For this reason, Carter starts to leave from here. Then one of Cyrus's men follows Carter in order to kill him, but he does not realize who Carter is. This is why Carter beats this man very severely. He then starts to follow Cyrus, and while tailing him, he goes to a golf course, where he observes Cyrus meeting another man. This man's name is Jeremy, and Jeremy is a millionaire. That's why as soon as Cyrus departs from here, Carter corners Jeremy and threatens him. He says, "If you talk to me, then I will not follow you again. But if you don't talk to me right now, then I will not leave you alone." This is why Jeremy begins to talk to Carter. And Carter asks Jeremy about his brother. Then he says he has no connection to him. He begins talking like this and says, "I play golf because once when I hit the ball, then that ball never returns to me. And I appreciate such things. Once I am rid of something, I don't want that thing to be near me again." And here Carter realizes that Jeremy is also involved in this. That is why he departs from here. Then we see Jeremy, who calls Cyrus and says, "I think this man is extremely dangerous. I don't want to know anything more about him." And here we learn that Cyrus is in the porn business, and he operates an illegal website where he uploads explicit videos. He also gives drugs to girls at the bar. After that, he assaults them and puts it on the website. And Jeremy is with Cyrus because Cyrus provides girls to Jeremy from time to time. And Jeremy attends parties with those girls so that he can maintain his higher status. And because of this, Jeremy has a video with Cyrus, with which he is blackmailing him. So now Jeremy says, "Whatever you said, I have done it all. But now you must get rid of this man." Then we see Audrey, whom Carter calls, and he says, "I will come to Las Vegas after finishing Maya's work. Then we can both escape from there. And you will need to be much closer to Fletcher." But Audrey says, "This is not that simple," and after saying so much, she goes to Fletcher. And Carter gets to his house, and the tape that Cliff had given him, he starts to watch that tape. And here he sees his brother, who is talking with Geraldine. So now Carter thinks Geraldine will tell him the remainder. So he goes to that bar, and then he finds Edie there. Then he asks, "Tell me where Geraldine can be found," and Edie tells him. So now Carter arrives at Geraldine's house and tells her, "Tell me the entire truth right now. How did you know my brother?" But Geraldine doesn't say. Then Carter threatens her and says, "If you don't tell and I find this out from someone else, then I will make your life worse than bad." Then Geraldine reveals the whole thing and says, "My affair with Richie was happening, and Richie wanted me to run away with him, because his relationship with his own wife was not good at all. But I refused him and said you should stay with your own family. And since that day, our conversation stopped." After hearing this, Carter goes outside. Then he sees the people of Fletcher here, who have come to take him from Las Vegas. Then he refuses. Then they assault him, but Carter kills them. Until the police arrive here, and Carter starts to run. Then these people start to follow him. But Carter knows how to get rid of these people, so he quickly gets rid of them. He again reaches Cyrus, and this time he starts to threaten Cyrus. But Cyrus won't listen to him so easily, so he refuses, and he starts making strange excuses which calms Carter down. He goes to Doreen and starts spending his time with Doreen, because he thinks Doreen is very distressed after her father's death. So he starts a conversation with her. Then Doreen asks him what he does, and she says, "How many people have you killed? Because you always have a gun." Then Carter doesn't say very much, but she asks, "What do you do?" Then Carter says, "People who take money and can't return it on time and start forgetting the money, I just go and remind them that they are still in debt." And Doreen laughs at all of this. And now there is a bonding developing between these two. Then Carter tells Doreen that she is a very nice girl, and you are very special. After saying this, he goes to drop her off at home. Then he notices that the door of his house is open. And here Carter suspects that there is someone currently inside the house. So he tells Doreen to remain outside and goes inside the house by himself. Then he sees Gloria inside, who has a head injury. And there is a man in this house who has killed her. But as soon as he sees Carter, he runs away from here. And Carter starts taking care of Gloria. That's when the police arrive here. And now Carter tells Gloria that you people are not safe here. That's why you two must come with me. Then Gloria becomes angry and says, "How did you suddenly care so much about us? And whatever happened in my home today, it's all because of you. Because you are interfering with such people with whom you should not interfere. And for the past 5 years, you have not even come to meet your brother a single time. And today, when he died, then you loved your brother so much. I will never go with you, and neither will my daughter. That's why you should leave from here." After hearing all this, Carter leaves from here. That's when the doorbell rings, and when he opens the door, then he finds Doreen here. And Doreen says that I was frightened in my grandmother's house, which is why I ran away from there. Then Carter says that you did the right thing. You can stay here as long as you want. And now Doreen starts living here. That's when Carter watches the same video again, and here he sees a special thing. He sees that Girardin had given a disc to Richie that night. That's why he is shocked. What was in this disc? That's why he reaches Girardin and starts asking him, "Tell me right now what's in that disc." But Girardin doesn't tell him anything. He takes him to Jeremy. Then Jeremy says that I want to tell you something. Cyrus is not a good man at all, and he has been blackmailing me for a very long time. That he has some of my videos. He is threatening me that if I don't listen to him, then he will make them public. And there are a lot of people in his list, and I saw your brother's name in his list. When your brother's number came, then he took a lot of people and went after your brother. When he came back, then your brother was not with him. The next day, he got the news of his death. That is why I think that all this was done by Cyrus. And you and I have the same enemy. I also want Cyrus to be finished. So now it is your decision what you will do. After hearing all this, Carter leaves from here. That's when he gets a call from Fletcher, and he says that I know about you and Audrey. That is why when you come back, then I will kill you. Then Carter says that I want to talk to Audrey, and Fletcher says that he is here. Then Carter says that I am not afraid of anyone. If you want to stay with me, then you just say yes. I will come there and I will take you and go. But Audrey does not say yes, and Carter understands that Audrey does not want to stay with him, and she is breaking up here. That's why Carter also hangs up and reaches home. He starts looking for Richie's room everywhere because now he has to find that disc somehow. And after a while, he also finds that disc. And when he plays that disc, then he is very confused because in this video, he sees Doreen. And Cyrus and ED do very bad business together. They give drugs to girls in the club. After that, ED assaults them, and then they make videos of it and put it on the internet. And the job of bringing girls out of the club is guaranteed. And ED does the same with Doreen here. He assaults her and makes her video. And these are all the videos in this tape. That's why after seeing this thing, Carter gets very angry. And he starts going to Doreen. Then he meets McCarthy on the lift, and there is another man with him. And Carter understands that these two have come to kill him. But it is not at all easy to kill Carter. That is why Carter quickly kills them. And when he goes to his room, then he sees that Doreen is roaming here on the roof. That's why he goes to Doreen and starts explaining to her, and says that if the children have any problem, then they should not hide those things. But they should tell their parents because parents are the best friends. And you are a very beautiful girl, and you are a very special girl. So you should not hide anything about yourself because it will only increase your troubles. And now after hearing these things, Doreen understands that Carter has found out everything. That's why she says, I don't remember much about that night. I just remember that something was going wrong with me and I wanted to run away from there. But I was not able to run because I had no control over my body. And what was happening to me, I also wanted to stop it, but I was not able to stop it. And I just remember some strange things. I don't know anything about it. After saying these things, Doreen starts crying. And after seeing this thing, Carter starts getting angry and says that you don't forget this thing, that you are very special and no one can do anything wrong with you. And if someone does something wrong with you, then he will have to suffer his failure. And after saying so much, Carter comes out of here in a lot of anger, and he is getting angry. After seeing him, he feels that he will not leave anyone alive. Then Geraldine's call comes on his phone, and this is a voicemail in which she says, I didn't know that Doreen is Richie's daughter. As soon as I found out this thing, I stole that disc so that his video doesn't go on the internet. I took it and gave it to Richie. But after seeing that thing, Richie got angry, and he started telling everyone that now he is going to the police. And Cyrus found out about this. That's why Cyrus started going to him. And now Cyrus has found out about me too. That's why Cyrus is coming to kill me. I don't know who to call, and I feel that only you can save me. After hearing this, Carter goes to Geraldine. Then he sees that he has been killed. That's why he goes to Edie in anger and says that why did you do this? Then Edie gets scared and says that I didn't do much. Cyrus killed your brother, not me. That's why I am innocent. Then Carter says, but what you did to Doreen, I will never forgive you for that. And after saying so much, he throws Edie off the roof, and Edie dies. But as soon as he comes down, Fletcher's people follow him again. Carter runs away, and Fletcher's people follow him. But today, whoever comes in Carter's way, Carter kills them all. That's why he kills everyone one by one, and one by one all his cars start having accidents. As soon as he sees all those people are killed, then Carter reaches a party, and all the people are there in this party. Cyrus is there, and along with him Jeremy is there. That's why Carter goes to Cyrus, and here Cyrus starts accepting everything. He says that your brother was coming in my way. After hearing all this, Carter tries to attack Cyrus. Then Cyrus starts hitting him and Carter falls down. Then Cyrus tells him that your brother had fought with you for a long time. After saying so much, he leaves. Then Carter gets even more angry. He gets up and starts following Cyrus. And when Cyrus goes to the club, then he goes and says that our fight is not over yet. And this time, when Cyrus comes to kill him, then Carter hits him very badly. He punches him and makes him unconscious. After that, he takes out his gun and kills Cyrus here. Then he goes to Jeremy and holds him. He makes him sit in his car and takes him away and says that now I will kill you the way you killed my brother. After saying this, he starts spilling alcohol on his body. Then Jeremy says that I didn't kill your brother. Cyrus told me that he has a disc, and if that disc goes to the police, then he will destroy me too. Then I just told Cyrus to get that disc somehow. Cyrus took his men and killed him. I never wanted that your brother dies. Apart from this, I don't know much. I was trapped by him that if I said anything, then he would leak my videos in front of the media. I don't know anything, and I didn't want that anyone dies. But Cyrus killed your brother and killed Geraldine too. But Carter doesn't listen to him, and he takes out his gun. Jeremy keeps crying. Then Carter shoots him in the air and says that I am giving you a second chance. But after today, if I find out that you have done anything wrong, then I will come back. After saying this, he leaves. And when he leaves, he sees Cliff. Cliff takes the same disc from his car and says to Carter that I went to your hotel, and when I didn't find the disc there, then I understood that this disc is in your car. When you came to me, I would have stopped you. But I wanted that you get this disc because only you could find this disc, and this was not Cyrus's ability. Now this disc is in my hands, and now the game ends here. You go your way and I will go my way. Here Carter finds out that Cliff is also with those people, and Cliff is a big player. He will use this disc and blackmail other people. That's why Carter takes out his gun. He tells Cliff to shoot him. But Cliff says, no, I will shoot you. That is why I am not going to roam around. Then Carter shoots him, and here Cliff also dies. The next day we see Doreen, who is near her father's grave. Then Carter comes here. Now Carter has his beard cut, and this means that he wants to start a new life. Doreen says that your new look is good. Then Carter says, take care of yourself, I am leaving. Doreen says goodbye to him. Then Carter comes in his car and he draws a map. This map is of Las Vegas, which means Carter is going to settle his score with Fletcher. And with this, the film ends here.